Luke 8:22-25. It came to pass on a certain day according to Mark, the same day, when the evening was come, he went into a ship with his disciples with a view to cross the lake. And they launched forth attended by a number of other little boats, which were full of people. Mark 4:36. But as they sailed, he fell asleep in the stern of the vessel, fatigued with the work of the day. And there came down a storm, and see, the weather suddenly changed, and a storm came on, which threatened to sink them to the bottom. The tempest increased the horrors of the night, the sky lowered, the wind roared, the sea and clouds were driven with the fury of the storm. Now they were tossed up to the top of the billows, then sunk down to the bottom of the deep, buried among the waves. The disciples exerted their utmost skill in managing their vessel, but to no purpose. The waves, breaking in, filled her so that she began to sink. Being now on the very brink of perishing, and ready to give themselves up for lost, they ran to Jesus, crying out, "Master, Master, we perish." Then he arose and rebuked the wind, which instantly became silent, and the raging of the water, the huge waves of which sunk down on every side in a moment. And there was a calm, the sea was perfectly still around them, and not a breath of wind moved, nor was the least sound heard, except from the oars and sails of the boats which composed this little fleet. And he said unto them, "Where is your faith?" In Mark it is, "How is it that ye have no faith?" As if he had said, after having seen me perform so many miracles, it is extremely culpable in you to be thus overcome with fear. Did you doubt my power to protect you? When they first awoke him, and before he had stilled the storm, he said, "Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith?" But their confusion and dismay, it seems, prevented their deriving any benefit from the rebuke. He therefore now repeats it, when the storm was over, and they had leisure to attend to it, and doubtless it contributed to make them more sensible of the evil of their fear. And they being afraid, wondered, and see, when by the continuance of the calm they found what a great miracle was wrought, they were inexpressibly amazed, and their amazement was mixed with fear, because he had rebuked them so sharply. See this miracle more fully elucidated, on Matthew 8:23-27, and Mark 4:35-41. Luke 8:26-39. See the contents of these verses explained at large, on Matthew 8:28-34, and Mark 5:1-17. I beseech thee, torment me not, let me continue where I am, and do not, before my time, cast me into the place of torments. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, being moved with pity at the sight of such a miserable spectacle, for oftentimes it had caught him. Therefore our compassionate Lord had made the more haste to cast it out, that he would not command them to go into the deep. This expression, the deep, in English, is invariably the sea. In this sense it occurs often in Scripture. We find it in this Gospel, Luke 5:4, where the Greek word, so rendered, is, tau omicron beta alpha theta omicron. That the sea is not meant here, is evident, for to the sea the demons went of themselves, when permitted, at their own request, to enter into the swine. The word alpha beta upsilon sigma sigma omicron, here used, evidently signifies the place where the wicked spirits are punished, as it does likewise Revelation 20:3, where it is translated, the bottomless pit. Indeed, it properly denotes a place without a bottom, or so deep that it cannot be fathomed. The Greeks described their Tartarus in this manner, and the Jews, when they wrote in Greek, did not scruple to adopt their expressions, because they were universally understood. There was a herd of many swine feeding within their view, though at a distance. They besought him to suffer them to enter into them, not that they could have any more ease in the swine than out of them, for had that been the case, they would not so soon have dislodged themselves, destroying the herd.